Nintendo launched the Switch 2, Xbox now is a handheld, and everyone raised their console prices. This has been a roller coaster year for gaming. Allow me to break down for you the best gaming consoles and handhelds of 2025. When it comes to performance, it's hard to beat the PS5 Pro. It came out a year ago and it's continually wowed me in 2025. Games like Ghost of Yotei and Death Stranding 2 look gorgeous. The PS5 Pro is powerful enough to deliver a full 4K resolution while also maintaining 60 frames per second. In fact, some games can go either further, reaching frame rates of up to 120. It also handles ray tracing better than the competition in a lot of cases. Game environments look dense, the graphics look incredible, and the gameplay remains smooth. There are far less trade-offs that players have to pick between. However, all this power doesn't come cheap. It's now $750, up $50 from its launch price. But if you want to play games off a disc, that will cost another $80 for the extra drive attachment, meaning a fully capable Pro is well over $800. If you want to dive in deeper, I have my review linked for you to watch in the description below. You don't need a console to have a great gaming experience. A gaming PC is always a solid choice. An open platform allows for many different games to be playable because of so many different digital storefronts. Steam's library and discounts are second to none, and we're seeing more games ported that you typically only found before on consoles. Take for example Microsoft. Its first-party software usually goes out on Xbox and PC at the same time, which we saw with Doom: The Dark Ages as well as Keeper, two games I really enjoyed. It's not going to be as quick for a Sony game to jump to Steam. Usually those take a year after being on PlayStation before PC gamers get a shot. But even with the wait, PCs offer access to the largest possible selection of games, and they usually end up being a little cheaper than on consoles. That said, getting a decent rig for PC gaming could cost you the same price as a PS5 Pro. The barrier to entry is higher, with the interface not being as friendly and straightforward as a dedicated gaming console, and if that complexity is a concern, I would recommend keeping an eye on Valve's recently announced Steam Machine, coming early next year to combat this exact problem. Overall, if you invest in a gaming PC, it will pay off for years in the long term. My favorite gaming handheld is the recently released ROG Xbox Ally X, because of the vast library of games available. As someone who travels a lot, having the most games on the go is a major consideration. I used to always bring my Steam Deck, but the Xbox Ally X is now my go-to machine because it's more powerful and has access to Xbox Game Pass. But the price isn't pretty. The ROG Xbox Ally X retails for $1,000, and it's one of the most expensive systems out now. And for that price, it can still be a little buggy, with Microsoft Copilot sometimes getting in the way of my gaming. I have a more in-depth look linked in the description, but even with its quirks, I still prefer it over other portable systems. But even my love for Steam games can't overlook that 2025 is the year of the Switch 2. It's the fastest selling console in gaming history, selling more than 3.5 million units worldwide since it released in the summer. This is a great handheld for gamers of all ages and experience levels, and when you consider the size and form factor, it is the easiest choice for travel. There have been a handful of new titles for it, such as Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza, but it also breathes new life into older Switch games. Developers released Switch 2 updates for popular titles like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, to name a few. The new hardware upgrades the overall look and performance of games with higher resolution images, higher refresh rates, and the ability to incorporate mouse controls into games. The Switch 2 is the only way you're going to continue to play Nintendo's collection of games, and that's why you can't miss out on it. If price is one of the main factors when choosing where you play games, then the best value pick is the Steam Deck. It is an older system, launched in early 2022, and does have lower frame rates than the more recent handhelds, but it still manages to hold its own. It offers a streamlined way to play games purchased from Steam. The 256GB LCD model is $400, with a 1TB OLED model costing $650. It also comes bundled with a carrying case to protect that screen, something neither the Switch 2 or Xbox Ally offers. If you're trying to take the most games possible on the go for the cheapest price, the Steam Deck is the one you want. But sometimes the best portable system you might own is already in your pocket. We're seeing larger and larger games get ported to iOS and Android, and we're talking top-shelf titles like Death Stranding, Assassin's Creed Mirage, and Resident Evil Village. All have phone ports and run well on the devices, as long as you have a capable smartphone. There's been an explosion of users jumping into mobile to play games like Fortnite, Genshin Impact, and Call of Duty Warzone, all with millions of users. Expect to hear a lot of buzz about a new visually stunning multiplayer mobile online game set in PlayStation's Horizon universe next year. And mobile gaming doesn't mean you're feeling cramped. Every year brings more controller accessories, such as the Backbone One, to make gaming on the phone even more comfortable. Don't discount the phone as a serious gaming platform. From the most powerful to the most portable, those are the best gaming hardware currently available. Now it's your turn. Do you agree with my selections? Share in the comments how your gaming changed this year. Thanks for watching.